PENN State law says that anyone who suspects child abuse needs to report it to authorities. But there are no penalties for people who don't report it. Our Harford County Senator wants to put a little teeth in that law that she says has to be respected by everyone. ABC 2 News' Roosevelt Leftwich joins us now with more on this. Rosie?
Well, Kelly, Senate Bill 140 would make it more compelling for adults to report child abuse to police and social services. Nancy Jacobs says people may have thought there was nothing that they could do, but then came PENN State, and the systematic failure there, she says, illustrates the need to toughen Maryland's laws. The judge who sentenced Catherine Hudson to 30 years in prison in 1998 called it a crime that was too heinous to comprehend. 7-year-old Shamar Hudson was beaten to death with wounds all over his body. This despite 24 child abuse reports filed by his teacher Diane Rain and others at Buckingham Elementary in Berlin. When he was moved to another school, the teachers there did nothing, and it haunts Rain to this day.
We could not help him. We could not save him no matter how many times we tried. When we found out where the children were at that point, where they had been going to school, and that no one, not one person, questioned their injuries, turned in a report about their injuries. Where was their accountability to those children?
Nothing happened to the adults who did not report that abuse. And 14 years later, Deborah Baldwin is dealing with a coach who she says did not report a referee who she says groped her child at a basketball game.
Who's watching them? Who's protecting them? At any point in time, anything could happen, and nobody's taking care of them, and nobody's reporting it when they find something that's going on.
The PENN State case and what some say is the systematic failure that occurred there, which allowed accused child molester Jerry Sandusky to sexually abuse young boys, illustrates the need to compel people to speak up in cases of child abuse. State Senator Nancy Jacobs says Senate Bill 140, or the so-called PENN State law, would impose criminal penalties or fines and up to a year in jail for people who do not report abuse.
If you don't report, you're going to have children, like just what happened in the university in Pennsylvania. Multiple children were sexually abused by that same man for many years following that. Had it been reported as it should have been to the police, to whoever, that man would have been taken off the streets, and he would not have continued to abuse those children.
Now, Jacobs says Maryland is one of only 3 states in the nation that does not have any criminal penalties for failing to report child abuse. Critics say that her law may lead to false reports of abuse against some parents. Roosevelt Leftwich, ABC 2 News.